Hi, hello my friends. We are going to try this again, take two. I was having some technical difficulties there. I'm not sure what has happened, but I'm hoping it's going to be solved and we're just going to be able to carry on through. So hopefully you guys will find me and be able to join me. So as I said, Christmas in July, we are continuing our Christmas in July. Are you excited for the new release of the Holiday Star collection? I know I certainly am. The star plays such a big part in that story, right? That traditional Christmas story. But the star is perfect for so many other collections as well. Excuse me. So I just wanted to show you a Christmas card today. In the future, I'm hoping to show you how these stars are going to work beautifully for birthday cards, for congratulations, with the tender moments, the baby collection that we have. All of these stars have been illustrated so perfectly that you're going to be able to blend them into all of these other collections as well. So I can see some of you are starting to pop on. Hello, Becky, my friend. Hello, Kathy. Good to see you as well. So I'm hoping our technology is going to hold out here, and that was just a quick glitch that got us started in the beginning here, and hopefully we're just going to be able to keep rolling. So come on in. My name is Tracy. If we have not met earlier, I'm one of the Heartfelt Creations online educators. I'm based out of Manitoba, Canada, and I'm super excited again to be sharing with you this morning. So let's pop on over to the work surface and take a look at what we're going to be working on today. Good morning, Shannon. Thank goodness you thought it was you having difficulty. No, I just got a message that just said broadcast interrupted just as I went live, and nope, something went wrong here on my end or Facebook's end. So it's always a gamble kind of with a live, right? We take them as they come and hope that the recording is going to be perfect in the end. So this is the card we're going to be working on today. You can see I've gone with some beautiful purples and blues. Now that is the color palette for this new holiday collection. So for those of you who are non-traditional Christmas card color lovers, you are going to absolutely love this color palette. It's got beautiful blues, from baby blues up to really strong, majestic, almost denims. And it's also got some beautiful purples with some pinks bordering on line. So again, a really, really pretty color combination that isn't exactly what we think of when we think of Christmas. So again, a great way to impress your friends and loved ones. And to shock them with a different color than what they are traditionally used to receiving. So let's take a peek at what we're going to be using today. So again, we've got the Holiday Star. This is a beautiful, beautiful star with gorgeous accenting. And of course, it's got the 3 sentiments as well. We've got those coordinating dies that I'm going to show you how they work together in just a few minutes here. And you'll see how you can actually intermingle and mix and match the 2 different stars in this collection as well. We've got the large holiday star. Again, a beautiful intricate star with just elegant detailing in the center. We've got some stars here that are a little bit more fun. They've got some of more hand-drawn stars that almost look like snowflakes in the center, some stripes, some solids. Again, perfect to go with lots of other celebratory cards like birthdays, congratulations, retirements, baby cards, that sort of idea. And then again, here we've got a gorgeous little batch of snowflakes that I will show you how those little details, adding those into your card, is just really going to add an extra added interest. Here you can see how these 2 stars separate so that you get the 2 different die cuts. And as I mentioned before, you're able to use the other stars, the solid ones from the Holiday Star, to actually go ahead and create a frame in here as well. So you can mix and match these 2 different stars as well. Good morning, Cindy, my friend. Good to see you. Denise, good to see you as well. I'm so glad you guys are able to join me today. Starry holiday greetings. Now these are just fantastic. I have to say, I just really, really love these. Beautiful 3 totally different types of script that are just going to add that wow factor. Whether you're putting these on the inside of the card or the outside of the card, they are suitable for both uses. If you are making easel cards, these are going to be fantastic to use to pop up to create those easel cards as well. Again, we've got those coordinating dies here that are going to die cut those intricate pieces. To this one, the Season's Greetings give you that background border. You're able to cut several of the snowflake bits and pieces from the stamp here as well, the sentiment stamp. Again, this is just going to be a favorite of yours this holiday season as well. So let's go ahead and take a peek at how I have started this card. So what I've gone ahead and done is I have stamped, try and get this into frame here for you. I've gone ahead and stamped the large holiday star in night sky. So again, this is a color. It's a beautiful kind of dark denim blue that's going to pair beautifully with this collection. Same color, I've gone ahead and stamped the holiday star in that blue as well, that night sky. So if that's something that you haven't picked up and don't have in your collection yet, you'll want that for working with this collection. So I just wanted to show you here a little bit how these dies are going to work for you. So here I've got the holiday star. I've pulled out mine here just so you can see exactly how many pieces this comes in. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces that you're going to be able to utilize to cut this out here. So you're going to see I just go ahead and I line this up in here like this. And I would use a low tack tape to just go ahead and hold that in place. This would give me the entire cutout as is. I would have all of the different outlines of the different size stars in the center, and I would also keep that very intricate portion in the center there as well. But you can see here that we can just keep nesting these in each other, and we are going to go ahead and get that very intricate one in the center there as well. So essentially you can be getting up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got the little guy here. I'm not going to pop him on because I don't want to lose him in the middle of our broadcast here. But this is what I have gone ahead and done for this piece. So I'm just going to grab these off here and put them back onto my magnet for a second. And you can see here that this is what that star is going to come out looking like. So I've got all of these different pieces here. And then the fifth one would have been that tiny little guy in the center here. Okay, so again, you can create star frames. You could have gone ahead and cut out just this portion. I think I have that done here, maybe somewhere in purple. I was working on a different card the other day and landed up doing this little guy in purple. You can see how you have the solid star with the stamping. So again, you're going to have lots of different ways to utilize these different stars. So we're just going to pop these guys back into their pile over here, and we're going to talk about this guy here. This is the large holiday star, beautifully intricate. That one comes in 2 different dies. You're going to see here that you can just pop it over top here like that. You can line it up very easily. And then this one pops into the center as well. So again, you can cut it into 2 different pieces, or you can cut it solid as well, as one single piece. So that one here, you can see I've gone ahead and stamped it and die cut it into the 2 different pieces, because today I wanted to show you how we were going to go ahead and layer these to create a gorgeous star-like background for your cluster. Urana, you're asking, good morning. Tracy, my friend, your last live, how do I cover up the stem at the bottom? Oh, Urana, that one, that Christmas bouquet that I did, I actually went and added a gold bow. If you go back onto the Heartfelt Creations page and take a peek at the card sample, or at the beginning of that video, you'll see that I used a bow at the bottom if you're wanting to cover it up. I hope that answers your question. Okay, so back to our stars. I've got these guys ready. We've cut them as well. Then our sentiment. Our sentiment here, I've gone ahead and I've stamped in French Ultramarine. French Ultramarine is another color that's going to work beautifully with the new Holiday Star collection. It's giving you that lighter blue. I've gone ahead and stamped the Christmas sentiment, and here you're going to see you have the words. So you can have a choice. You can stamp this on the inside of your card and you could leave it that way, or you could die cut and layer it up if you so chose, or you can use it singly as I did today. I opted to just go ahead and line this up and cut out the words, and here you're going to see they are. I've gone ahead and stamped out the Merry Christmas. And then what I've gone ahead and done is, because it was a little bit flimsy, you know, words tend to sometimes be a little bit flimsy, I've gone ahead and from white cardstock just run the die through another 3 to 4 times to give you a really nice build up. I don't know if you can see that, but you layer them and you get a much tougher sentiment piece that's going to hold well on the front of your card. Of course, we have these smaller stars from the large star sentiment, which I've also gone ahead and stamped in the French Ultramarine, as well as the little snowflakes as well. Now, going back to this one, I wanted to show you a different technique here as well that I did. I opted to die cut from the Luxe silver cardstock. Now, what I did was I went ahead and I grabbed this piece here, put it onto my Luxe silver cardstock, and then I went back and got one of the center stars from the other star, the larger one. I'll just grab it here real quick. And all I did was I went ahead and die cut this. I didn't worry about stamping it because I just wanted it as embellishment, but I wanted to show you how you can easily go ahead and interchange these as well. So that then gave me this die cut along with a solid silver die cut as well. So again, don't be afraid to mix and match these different stars. They're going to give you different looks, and it's so great to be able to maximize your stamps and dies and use them in different ways. All right, so that takes us through the basics of what we are going to go ahead and assemble here on our card base. So we're just going to work ahead here and move to our card base. You'll notice today I haven't done any extra coloring on my images. They were perfect just as they were. I wanted them in that white and that blue that was working as well. Good morning, Tina. Yes, it seems we are all having, I know Carrie had some trouble yesterday too. It seems that the Wi-Fi, we are having trouble again today. I'm not sure that it's mine. We are having fantastic weather here today. My speeds look great, so it could just be some communication between Facebook as well. But we're hoping the recording is going to come up beautiful as well. So we aren't going to worry about it. We're just going to keep going. All right, so here for my card base, you can see I've gone ahead and this is a 5x7 card base. I've gone ahead and just done some matting with some of the beautiful paper from within the collection. I've gone ahead and added a silver layer, some more white, and another purple. I've gone ahead and used the decorative circle frames as an accent piece for here in the center. You're going to see you have this beautiful accent piece as well as all of these decorative circles that you can use. So what I've gone ahead and done is I've die cut this once again in a deep purple from the paper as well, because I want to layer this so that it's going to be just a little bit more interest with the darker on top as well. This piece I've gone ahead and popped up with two-sided foam tape, double-sided foam tape, and you're going to see how this is how I've die cut this. I've put that large circle die in the center. So this piece I'm going to pop to the side. We'll use that another time in another creation, and this is what I have been left with so that we can add to our card. I'm just going to go ahead and go around the center here, and we will pop this into place, and then we can start building our star backdrop for our florals. And you can see here that I'm just putting it slightly skewed off center, so I have both of those colors of that accent piece showing through. So now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab all of my different star pieces, and we're just going to we're going to put the smallest ones to the side, and we're just going to use these guys for now. We are going to go ahead and start with our silver. I'm just going to go ahead and grab my Dries Clear and add that into place. I'm just going to kind of pop that off the center there like that. And I'm just going to grab my sentiment to make sure that Christmas is going to fit here just fine, because that's something I want to keep in mind, because when I want to be adding that sentiment there at the bottom, we want to make sure that we're going to have room for that. So we're just going to start with that one there. Now I really like that these two are the same size. I really like the look of this with adding them to one another. I've gone ahead and I've got these thin strips of foam tape that I've added to the back of this one on top. You can find these on our website at www.heartfeltcreations.us. I've noticed I don't have any of the links popping up, so if those don't start showing up, I will go back later on and pop those in for you. So we're just going to grab these off of here. Oh. Try this guy. We don't need to get them all off. We just need the majority of them off. Some of them can just be placeholders. That's not a problem at all. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this on top because they're the same size, and that gives me a really pretty unique looking star as well. So again, super pretty. We're just going to grab our Dries Clear and we're going to add this on next. There we go. Now when I like to make a cluster with these stars, I like to offset them so that you're going to see some of that silver peeking through the side there as well. So again, we're just going to offset them so that you have these points coming out from every different directions that are going to just create this beautiful backdrop for your flowers. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add this one. This is just a frame done in white, but you can see the blue stamping is still on there. This looks plain now, but when you're going to add your glitter, this really makes this star pop later on. So don't be afraid to use white with just that little bit of stamping. When you're going to add that glitter, it's really going to ramp up the look of that star as well. So again, this one I'm going to offset and just give that a different look there again as well. So you can see how our star cluster is starting to come together. And here is our last piece that we're going to add to the center. This is just the center of that large holiday star. We are just going to go ahead and add some Dries Clear in the center. And I'm just going to go ahead and pop that in to finish that off. And you're going to see how I've gone towards the different tips than where that illustration already appears in some of the other points of the cluster. So you can see how nicely that little formation has come together, and it's going to be ready to now add your gorgeous flowers on top. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and add our sentiment. So we are going to do our Merry Christmas. And I'm just going to go ahead and add some Dries Clear here as well. You could definitely use hot glue for this as well. I'm going to put on the Christmas here first, since that's the lower word, and then I can position the Merry after that. And we can go ahead and add that there like that. And you can see how that has now started the perfect base for your poinsettias. That's what we're going to work with here next. We are going to take a look at the Festive Poinsettia. We have the large Festive Poinsettia. I'm going to be going ahead and using these two smallest ones and the holly leaf from this set. Of course, we have the coordinating die and the shaping mold as well. We have the small Festive Poinsettia, and on this one I wanted to just use these little accents here as well, because this is just an adorable little accent when you're using these smallest Festive Poinsettias. So again, we're going to be using that die cut as well, and I'm going to be showing you how that works in the shaping mold as well. Tina, purple is your favorite color. It is beautiful, isn't it? And what a unique color for the holiday season, I would have to say. So what I've gone ahead and done here is I've stamped these in Majestic Violet. I'm going to go ahead and actually do just a light coat of that same color in and throughout the petals here. I'm curious, have you guys started on your holiday cards already? Some of you maybe find it a bit early. Some of you probably are almost nearly finished. I'm just curious if you guys have been inspired the last few days to get holiday creating, as you've been seeing all the interesting ways that this collection can be used. This next color we're going to add is Cactus Flower. I mentioned earlier before that this collection has really beautiful purple hues, but it also has this very subtle hue of pink that's been added to it. So I really kind of wanted to make this a two-tone poinsettia, just so that it was going to blend in perfectly with all of those different tones that are happening in this collection. And we're just going to leave that like that. These other two accent pieces have been stamped in the Ranger Archival Leaf Green. I'm just going to go ahead and color them up in that same color as well. So I'm just going to pull that through. You'll see that on this card we're using some very basic coloring techniques. We're not mixing and matching too many different colors. Just keeping it simple. These colors are beautiful. They speak for themselves. So again, that's as quick and easy as that is. We would use our coordinating dies. We would go ahead and run those through our die cutting machine, and we would have these beautiful die cut pieces that we land up with in the end. Of course, our shaping molds make life so much easier when we're going to be using them. This here, the large one, we would be popping our little piece in. Here you can see I have one completed, and it's got that beautiful definition and shaping already done for you. So we'll set that one aside and use him just a little bit later. Next thing I would do is I would spritz just a tiny bit of water on this. I've used our deluxe flower shaping paper to do the florals here this time. And I should mention, I also used it actually to do the stars. I just find if you ever want to do a little bit of shaping and you want them to kind of curl a little bit, that flower shaping paper is perfect for that. So again, just a tiny spritz of water. I would run this through my Big Shot with a clear plate on top, clear plate on bottom, and I would have all of my shaping done for me. Super quick, super easy. You can do up to 3 layers at a time with the poinsettia very easily. Here you're going to see I have my poinsettias. I've put them stamped side up. That's going to give me that kind of rugged looking poinsettia petal. If you're wanting the more traditional soft poinsettia, you'll want to put that face down. And here you can see the holly leaf as well. It's got that beautiful dimension and shaping done for you. So again, I like to mix and match my poinsettias. You can do them up or down depending on what you're wanting. You can mix and match them, do them both different ways and use them on a card. And again, same idea. Clear plate on top, clear plate on bottom, run it through my Big Shot, and you can see how that shaping is totally and completely done for you. We're just going to go ahead and finish out the centers of these florals here. I'm just going to go out and round the center so that those petals pop up. The next thing I'm going to do though is I'm going to grab my piercing mat, and we're going to go ahead and add some stamens to these. So I've got my piercing tool here from my deluxe shaping kit, and I'm just going to go ahead and pop a hole into the center of each of these. We're going to make this one a double flower. I have left 2 of them single on that design, and I have created 1 double. So we're going to go ahead here and we are going to use the purple stamens from the Bright Pearl Stamen. This is such a pretty color of stamens that you're going to be able to use them all the time. You've got your peaches and your pinks and your yellows and your reds, a teal, a purple, and a more emerald green. So again, perfect for all of your different flower creations. I've gone here and I've gotten the stamens ready. These are threaded stamens, and I'm hoping you can kind of see this. These are threaded stamens. I've gone ahead and used some floral wire. You can grab this at the dollar store quite often. You can also grab this at anywhere like the craft store, Joann's, Michael's, that sort of idea. And I've just gone ahead, they would normally be like this. I've gone ahead, put that wire through the center so that you have this nice cluster of stamens. I'm going to go ahead and just push this through the center and pop my flower up. I like to go ahead and use just a little bit of glue here in the center just to kind of seal them in place there ever so slightly. Next, we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab our second poinsettia and we're going to pull that up. We're going to offset those petals to give us a beautiful bloom. And I'm just going to go in here and add some hot glue as well so that those two are going to adhere together. And you can kind of pull that up and give that flower a nice cupped shape. And lastly, what we're going to do is I like to seal mine here at the bottom so that when I'm cutting this off, it's going to all be held together. So this one is done. They come together super quick and easily. I'm going to pop that to the side to let it dry. And I have all of the elements made here that we're going to need to finish this card. So there we go. We'll pull this forward here again and try and keep ourselves in view. We're going to go ahead kind of and do something like this. That's kind of where we're going to start our flower cluster, and just kind of tuck that in there. Now I'm using hot glue here. You can definitely be using your Dries Clear as well. We have also got our flowers that we're going to kind of just take and have a look at how I want to set these up here. I want a cluster of 3 here in the center, kind of like that, and we want our leaves to come up off of here. So that's what we're going to do. You kind of know where they're going to land up. I always like to kind of lay things out before I start attaching too much, just so I know it's going to work out. Just kind of like that. And then we can start adding our flowers. So here we go. This is similar to the flower we just made that's off drying. You can see I've just cut off the portion there of the wire. I'm going to hold that in place for just a second, and then we're going to start adding our other flowers. And we're going to kind of tuck them in there, just like that. And our last one here, we are going to go ahead and tuck in here as well. And you can see I've gone for more shabby chic style poinsettias this time. I wanted them to look a little bit ruffled, a little bit non-traditional, because our card, let's face it, is a little bit non-traditional this go round. Next thing, we have our little stars here that we want to make use of. These are such cute little accent pieces. Again, these are going to be perfect for so many different kinds of cards. So when you think of the holiday star collection, I want you to think of how you can incorporate it into other designs as well. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pop this guy up in behind there. So he's just going to add an extra bit of interest to our corner of our design. So again, we're just going to slide him in there, and he's just going to peek out from the back, but you can see how that now adds some interest to that corner. I'm going to go ahead and grab this small star with the lines in the center running through it, and I'm just going to go ahead and add that actually right onto that star. So that's going to give it an extra added interest there as well. I'm going to grab this little guy here, and I'm going to put him off to the side of the design back here. Now you're going to notice that when you have a super dimensional piece like this, you will want to kind of add some stuff to the background to kind of ground it. So that's what I'm doing here with these stars as well. I've got this last one here with the little polka dots on it. I'm going to go ahead and add that here at the bottom, and that's how we're going to ground the design there as well. So there you can see, very subtle, but it definitely adds something beautiful to your card creation. Here I have the little snowflakes. I've left them all kind of in their die cut here so that we could pop them out and have a peek at them. You can see there's so many different sizes. We will start with these big ones first. Some of these little guys are popping out already. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this double here. It's got a large and a small together. I'm going to grab my Dries Clear, and I'm just going to add some glue on to those little bits. And this one, I'm actually going to have it fall onto the leaves of my floral arrangement. And you can see there, I'm hoping, how that now looks like you have some snow sitting on top of your leaves of your floral arrangement. I'm going to go ahead and go back in. We talked about grounding our beautiful floral cluster here. We're going to go back in, and I'm going to add a snowflake in there. I'm going to grab a smaller one, and I like to treat my snowflakes in the same way that I treat my flowers, groups of 3. So I really like to keep those groups of 3 together. I'm going to go ahead and pop out a small one here. So singles or groups of 3 is usually my motto. That's how I work with a design. And there you can see how that subtly adds just a little bit of interest around your floral cluster. We're going to go back in, and we're going to grab this one here, and I'm going to go ahead and add him into my cluster onto one of the tips of the stars. I'm going to go ahead and start grabbing some of these really tiny ones, and just start putting them in as little accents. And they really make such a nice finished effect. There you can see how I've added them there into the design in a little group, a cluster of 3 right around that star tip. So again, that's how you would continue with adding more of those tiny bits and pieces if you were so choosing to. Of course, our last finishing touch is our glitter. For my Christmas creations, I always love to use the Rajni Chawla's Crystal Clear. It's a beautiful, beautiful, sparkly glitter that has some chunky bits in it. It's gorgeous as well. You'll notice on the website that it is currently out of stock. However, you can go ahead and sign up there to be notified when it is back in stock. So you'll receive an email if you sign up for that, and you'll be notified when that's going to be back in. Again, if you are a Insider member, you can order that simply and have that shipped out to you as well. Remember, with our Insider membership, we have no shipping minimum. Again, free shipping in the US, and for our international friends, 20% off your shipping expenses. I don't know if you're aware, there is a new class coming up as well using the featuring the holiday star. That's something our Insider members can definitely attest to is worth being an Insider member. They have great access to all of those classes. You can learn so much. You can check that out on the website. That's going to be available, that class, and sign up for that today as well if you so choose. So here you can see I'm just adding that crystal clear with my with my Dries Clear adhesive. Excuse me. And a piece of sponge, Hydro Sponge. And you can see how sparkly that's going to be. Just a second, I'm going to grab some water here real quick. So, I do have just a few more samples here to show you from the design team members that have been sent to me. I have a beautiful card here by Darla. Darla has gone ahead and done some beautiful silver embossing on these stars. You can see that there. She's gone ahead and done some gorgeous die cutting with just some silver embossing over top of the luxe silver cardstock. Absolutely beautiful. Here you can see she's used the same poinsettias that I have here as well. She's used the larger size up as well, with some of those gorgeous swirls in that Festive Poinsettia collection. And here you get a really beautiful close-up of that season's greeting and how beautifully scripted it is. That's just one of the most beautiful scripted sentiments available right now. We have another one here from Monica. Monica has done an elegant job in just absolutely the blues here, just absolutely stunning. Again, she's done that beautiful holiday star. You can see how she's offset that with the silver luxe cardstock. Beautiful poinsettias as well. And I have one last design here, and I cannot read who has done this one, but this is a beautiful easel card here as well. Just again, another gorgeous design with those same poinsettias, just in the larger version that I used. Again, I chose to make mine a little bit more shabby chic. You can see here how this is a more delicate poinsettia as well. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have enjoyed. I apologize for all of the technical difficulties I have noticed along the way. We will have had some buffering, so again, my apologies. Don't forget, the Holiday Star I Want It All collection is available as a bundle up until tomorrow night, which is Saturday the 16th at 11:59 p.m. or while supplies last. In that bundle, you are able to get the entire collection at that 10% savings. So if you're someone someone like me who loves to have it all and wants it all matching, that's a great price point to take advantage of right now. Again, if you are not familiar with our Insider membership, it has so many great perks. We're going to pop that into the links for you below, so that you can check out all those perks as well. So again, take care, my friend. I can't wait to see the holiday cards you're going to be creating with the new Holiday Star collection. Be sure to share in our Facebook group. I look forward to seeing all of your designs. Take care, my friend. Bye-bye.